or I'm on the next day, and I did a little bit of research to find out what I could plant with my asparagus. This is my second year with my asparagus, and I have 4 shoots coming out. Now, I've been trying to figure out what I can plant in here with my asparagus because we are still not picking any asparagus out of here. It'll be next year when we can, year 3, when we can start picking the asparagus. So I'm letting this asparagus grow and fern it out. So I was looking on the computer, and I found out that you can plant basil, cilantro, parsley, marigolds, nasturtiums. So I could still plant some of those in here. Oh, and dill. So that's something I could plant in here. But then some of the other vegetables, it was saying lettuce. Well, I've already planted my lettuce. Beets, I've already planted my beets. Spinach, I already planted my spinach. I wanted to plant radishes in here. So I don't see what the difference would be if I planted radishes or if I planted beets. Like, it's still a root vegetable, and I'm thinking if you can plant beets in here, you should be able to plant radishes. So I'm just going to make a judgment call, and I think I'm going to plant some radishes in this bed. I have 4 kinds of radishes that I'm going to be planting. And I think what I'll do is I'll keep them to the front of this bed. Oh, and you can also plant tomatoes with your asparagus, it was saying. So if I do plant tomatoes, I would probably plant a tomato off in that corner and a tomato in this corner, but then I need somewhere for them to be staked unless I do a determinate tomato, and then I don't have to worry about tying them up. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll plant a couple of determinate tomatoes on each side. I have a couple of determinate tomatoes. I could do the Lemon Boy tomato, or I could do the San Marzano tomato. There's a cherry tomato too that I could plant in here too. So I have a couple of options, but I think I will plant my radishes in here. And I'm just going to do short little rows because I have 4 varieties. I'll just do like a little, maybe 2 feet of one, 2 feet of another, 2 feet of another, and then the 2 feet of the last one. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Awesome. I got a plan. So over here in this bed, this is where I have my strawberries. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to clean up all the dried up dead stuff. Like these are all just dried up, and I'll just clean that up. They come out, they just snap off really easy. So any of the dried up stuff, I'm just going to pick that up, clean that off of the plants, and then all the plants that have started and they're green and I know that they're going to do well, I'm going to dig those up, and then I'm going to move them over to the other side of the house where I have my berries growing, and put them over there. So that's what I'm going to have. I'm doing that today. Got a lot of strawberries growing in here. I figured it out. I think I have enough room for 28 plants. So I'm just going to dig up 28 plants, and because I need to get some more dirt. We tried to phone to get some dirt delivered, but we're gonna have to wait until Tuesday because tomorrow is Monday and it's the holiday, so nothing's open. So we'll have to call on Tuesday, and we'd like to get 3 yards of garden soil delivered. So that's gonna have to wait until Tuesday, but I'm gonna clean this up. There's quite a few dried up from over the winter. I was gonna do this last year, but just didn't have things set up fast enough, and so I just thought, you know what, to heck with it, we'll keep these in here another year, but they have to move this year. I'm gonna be putting tomatoes in this bed. So, okay, I need to grab a little shovel for. When I say a little shovel, this is my little shovel. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna dig up here. And I have this blueberry container. And I'm just gonna put all my little plants in here. Okay, so I'm over on the other side, and last fall I actually dug up a lot of my strawberry plants and I brought them over to this side. I still had that whole bed full and I just left them in that bed. So I have, these were actually the daughters of the mother plants. So I have 24 of the daughters over here, and I covered them with straw mulch. And then I came out here probably about a month ago, and I took the straw mulch off of the plants to see which ones had made it. And pretty much all of them had made it. So I'm just going to plant these plants and carry on planting them where I left off from before. So I'm gonna put these in here. That's bark mulch. And the ground is still really nice to work with. This is dirt garden soil that we have brought in, delivered. So I'm gonna just start plunking in strawberry plants. Just gonna take off some of these old runners that are all dried up off the plant. There's no point in keeping those on there. There's another one. one on the very end here. And then I'll have to come through and with some water and water all of these. I've already hooked up hoses so that I'd be able to bring them over onto this side. Wow, look at the roots on that one. I'm gonna go over to the other side. There we go. Last year with the strawberry plants, another thing that I did for protection from the birds was I ended up putting, it was a netting over the plants. Once they start to produce the berries, then that's what's going to save your plants from getting all the berries getting eaten by the birds. So putting that netting over helps a lot. And what I did with my raised bed was I put a little fencing to frame it, and then I put the netting over top of it, and I tied the netting down with just little twist ties that I had an excess of. And I thought, well, that's perfect. That's genius. That's what I'll use. You know, don't waste anything. Okay, so that's as many as I'm going to get over on this end, and I'll take the rest of these and plant them in this other bed that I have over here. Okay, so here we go. I took my best plants. I got 6 at the end of here, and then I put all the rest of my strawberry plants in there. So that's 12, 18, I got 34 plants in there. So that's awesome. Today I also fertilized, that's my sour cherry tree. I put some all-purpose fertilizer on that. Here is my new blue plum. Fertilized that today. I also fertilized my little haskap. You can't see it amongst all the weeds. I'm gonna have to come in here and clean this all up. But I wanted to show you down over here on the other side of the fence, we put a fence around our new plum tree because the deer were already here and stripped the bottom part of the tree, the leaves off on the bottom part. So we decided, well, that was enough of that. And then down here is an apple tree that my brother-in-law started from a seed of an ambrosia apple. And I just want to show you the green that is coming. I don't know if you can see, probably more so from the top, but I'll get out of the light. Like, there is green leaves all the way down to the bottom, and he grew that just from apple seed, apple he bought in the store, and grew that from it. So you can grow things from seeds, even something that you get out of the grocery store. He has started tomato plants from seeds from cherry tomatoes that they have bought from the store, and he has started plants from that. So it's possible to be able to grow anything from a seed. And I mean, and if it doesn't work out, oh well. But you never stop trying. Like, we always are trying to plant something. Like those strawberry plants, I started out with 10 of 2 different varieties of strawberry plants. And I've already filled up one long aisle bed, and now I filled up another one, and I'm planning on putting in a third one. So we are going to have to get some more dirt before I can do the third one. But hey, I'm getting her done. And sometimes these things just take time. So we'll talk again. Bye for now.